Can you hit the timer? I do have a fuck ass bob.
You look like Lord Farquaad.
You know what Will told me? He's like, that is nowhere to go but up here.
It's only up from here,
It's
girl.
only up from here. And then my friend Chino's like, that's that never again haircut. I'll never let him have me fucked up like that ever again.
Yep. Starting fresh.
You guys don't know.
You had to chop it all off to start over.
You guys don't know shit about fashion, okay?
I guess not.
People call my hair chic every day.
That hair?
Do you hear her roasting me? Yes, this hair, bitch. Okay.
You sure they're not saying shit?
Whatever.
Fix my
I literally talk about this at work all the time because people are like, "Oh my god, I love your hair. It's so cute. Like, that's such a badass move, right?" And I'm like, I'm only around people who have no idea what we're talking about right now. Clueless to fashion. Fuck you, India.
I disagree with.
You don't like a fuck ass bob?
Nah, I mean, I don't hate.
No.
When I say a fuck ass bob, I think I mean that.
This one is pretty small.
As neutral. Like, it's just a fact. It just is what it is.
It's a little hair. Yeah, it's like okay, might as well just not.
It's the bump at the bottom.
Yeah, I know. It makes it feel so much nicer. You want to know something? Sometimes I'm like, when I walk by the mirror too fast, I'm like, does it look like I'm wearing a Chucky wig? Yesterday, we were watching YouTube and there was like all the thumbnails and there was one of Cat Williams with like that straight back that he has.
Yes.
Where he gets it like silk, what is that called? Silk pressed, and it's just like straight to the back. And I told Will, I was like, that's how I look when I come out the shower. And I have like conditioner in my hair and I just brush it back.
I look like Cat Williams.
I look like Cat Williams.
That's wild.
Who was that person? Wait, let's do intro. Sorry. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Cuddle with Gabriella.
Applause. Yeah.
Nice.
It's done.
Thank you. You said it's done. One of the tasks. I know I can't hear it. One day, like when we're rich.
Yeah. We're all going to be hearing the sound together.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Or maybe we can all have headphones.
Yeah.
You know?
You could be a podcaster with headphones on.
I feel like podcasters are just talking like this, and they're like doing it for the people that are listening in the car and everybody at home playing me on their AM FM radio because what? No, but I guess you play it off of your phone, like when you're washing the dishes, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing laundry.
I need to think about those people that do that because I think I need to become one of those people. I don't really do that much.
You don't do laundry?
No, like listen to a podcast in the background.
Oh, while you do stuff?
Yeah, I'll play it on YouTube, and I love
sitting and watching it?
Yes.
Wow.
That like my favorite podcast ever, Las Alucines. It's a Spanish Mexican podcast with two girls, and they'll talk for like the same amount of time we talk, like an hour and a half. Like sometimes an hour 15 minutes, sometimes an hour, and I'll watch it all the way through.
Wow.
There's this other Mexican YouTuber. Her name is Daniela Rodriguez, and she'll do a long ass like pod. I guess it's like a chat video, like a YouTube where she's just like talking, and I'll watch it all the way through and sit and like look at it and pretend I'm hanging out with her. I love them.
Because those people are your friends.
Yeah, they really are.
So
they
you gotta
really
pay
are.
attention.
Yeah, and I'm like sitting there watching, like, or just doing something that does not take my attention away that much because I want to hear everything they're talking about. So I feel like we need to focus more on like the people that are driving in their car, washing their dishes,
looking for some good background audio.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
You know.
You know what's good, and that you could use as your blueprint is that Hood Horrors documentary.
Oh my God, please don't do it to me. No, that's scary. Okay, wait, what was I saying? The Cat Williams? Oh wait, let me just tell you one more Cat Williams thing.
Okay.
There's somebody, who is it? Oh, Theo Von. Remember last time I was like, there's something wrong with Theo Von. Yeah. This is how you know there's something wrong with him, okay? He has a nutcracker. And he swears it's Cat Williams, right? he's like, this is Cat Williams. And then he goes, where was he at? Like in Costco or somewhere? Where was he at? Costco, right? So he goes in the, Michael's. He goes in the Michael's and then gets the nutcracker. And it was like, he's like, yeah, this is like a Cat Williams nutcracker. He's dead ass. Like his face and everything about it. Then he brings Cat Williams on the show and he goes, hey, so like, how did you get this collab with like the nutcracker? Yeah. And Cat Williams is like, he's fucking with me, but then you can't really tell because he's so just not there, you know? So that was just like another Cat Williams thing. And for Christmas, I wanted to get this really red, pink. Oh, I think we did get it.
The nutcracker
The
looks
nut-
like Cat Williams.
The nutcracker does look like Cat Williams.
Does look like Cat
And I have this pink nutcracker, and I wanted to say, like, this is my, Kill Tony. What's Tony's last name?
Hinchcliffe.
Hinchcliffe. I was going to be like, this is the Tony Hinchcliffe nutcracker. Next Christmas, we'll do that. We'll have our inside joke because Tony is so red.
Really?
Like, when I'm watching the show, one of the things that I'm always like, fuck, he's so red.
What show is this?
Kill Tony. You should never watch it.
Yeah, I don't.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about what we're about to talk about. Okay, so sorry, that was a long intro.
Yeah.
How are you, India? You look ravishing,
Thank you
gorgeous
so
as always.
much. My skin is bad and I'm sad, but I'm on an upswing. I've been taking my medication every day.
That's what I like to hear.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So
So just
I'm feeling
medicated.
medicated.
Yeah.
I got sleep apnea.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. Now I'm on a CPAP.
What is that? Oh, it's like a machine at nighttime?
It like blows air at my nose.
Uh-huh.
And then that's been making my skin break out.
Can you... Oh.
And so that's what I'm also upset about. And that's why I refuse to be on camera
Oh.
until this clears up. I'm bitter.
Damn, I didn't even think of that.
I didn't either. And I ordered a special nose thing with like a cover, so hopefully that'll help. Because it's like softer and it won't
And you know what?
aggravate
You
it.
can put like a spray that's like an antibacterial, like anti-acne spray. I don't know what you could put. It would be like something for your face, but then
Yeah.
you would spray it on like wherever, and then it keeps it like,
Like protected?
or it just keeps it like sanitized through the night.
Interesting.
You know, because
Okay.
I remember I had a friend who had acne, and they would put something in their mask because the mask was giving them really bad acne, and they
Yeah.
would like spray like this like acne, I don't know, like a toner or something,
Yeah.
like a mix of like a toner and like something, and spray it
Uh-huh.
and put it on so there's like something there.
Are you still friends with this person?
I don't remember. Maybe.
Too
like,
many friends.
Yeah, I'm like, who was that person that
They're
did
not
that?
on that podcast you listen to, so I'm thinking, okay, so if you can find out what that is, that'd be
Yeah.
super helpful. But
Something.
otherwise, you know,
India, you're gonna make it. Okay? There's people that are dying, Kim. You're gonna be
I
okay.
know I'm gonna be okay.
India has the nicest dogs and apartment and just like really cute dimples. And she's like, oh, my life sucks. This bitch is suffering from success.
No, it's psychological.
Yeah, you'll be.
Physically, I'm well. My blood pressure is excellent, and that's cool. Everything is taking so much time. My period's coming.
Your period's
My
coming,
period's coming.
yeah.
That's really all I'm feeling.
Okay.
But otherwise, ready.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You'll
be
live.
okay. Give it a couple days.
she,
Will agrees. Thank you.
she just needs a little bit of moral support.
Yeah, just a little validation.
Okay, so today,
Thanks, Pop. How are you
just
doing?
take a bromance moment. I'm doing good. I feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Today was just like chores day. Usually is. Yeah, but I'm doing good. Just, princessing around.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay. Again, let me try this again before I was really interrupted. They were having a moment, so I had to let them have it, So I did watch the Nature Boy documentary series
On Hulu.
on Hulu. Okay. And I text India as soon as we finish watching it, because how many episodes? Like 3 episodes or three or four parts?
Yeah.
So it's really short. And as soon as it was done, I texted India and I was like, we just saw the Nature Boy shit. And she's like, what did you think? Oh no, and then she asked me, did you watch the Hulu one?
The YouTube one.
Oh,
yeah.
or did you watch the 46 part girl, are you serious?
It's a fair question. For people at home, this is an important distinction because the Hulu documentary only scratched the surface.
Oh my God. I can tell.
It didn't even get into the things that were actually a big deal. And the people that were interviewed, villains.
Those people,
All
were
of them.
they faking it?
I don't know. I mean, now they're deprogrammed and they're anti-Nature Boy. Mm-hmm. But when they were in the programming, they were doing just as bad stuff that he was doing.
Okay, so for whoever doesn't know what this is, okay? The crazy part is this shit just happened. Because I remember I used to follow like wellness creators or like wellness influencers during like COVID because I was super into tarot at this time. And I was super into crystal healing and I was super into herbal healing. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of like in that sphere of people that were like into wellness and like dream interpretation and like being one with the earth, and doing that type of stuff, reading tarot, reading oracle cards, being like super intuitive, being, just wanting to vibrate at your highest vibration. I was very much not grand rising, but like that vibe, like grand rising queen girl. I wasn't saying it, but those were the dudes that are trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
In that space.
The hoteps.
Yeah. And anyways, so I remember seeing people going live with Nature Boy. I remember it like distinctly. I remember him. Okay, mind you, the whole time he's like this. Like an angry bird.
He looks like evil Tyson Beckford. You know the black model?
No,
I'm gonna look him up. Or you remember that Raptor man, the black guy?
No.
Where people are always like women would comment on his TikToks and be like, "Oh, you're gonna make me want to do." It was something.
Okay, but
and he would bite his lip.
Ew.
He looks like evil Tyson Beckford.
Okay, so weird. That shit was so weird. Mm-hmm. I did not like it for one moment. I didn't like it. But anyways, yeah, it was very recent, and he's like this the whole time. And I guess in the beginning, he had him in the first half. You know what I mean? Because he was kind of different in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because he was very much like wellness and like...
very much like bringing black people back to nature. And it was like really heavily tied with astrology and like some form of pseudoscience where for black people to truly activate and unlock their energy, they need to be along the line of Capricorn or something in the tropics.
Oh, and like I don't know. There's like a name for it.
Astrocartography.
That
similar, yeah.
Astrocartography, yes.
Mm-hmm. So he documents it, and you would know this if you watch the 46-part YouTube playlist.
Okay,
but he starts out bad upbringing, but he's like, I want to get out of this. He goes to like Atlanta and stuff. Starts doing dancing at gay bars.
Wait, hold on. Wait, go back a little bit. I'm like, rewind. So, what happened before he was dancing at the gay bar?
He was bouncing between, he was couch surfing. He was beating up his girlfriend, his baby mama.
Wait, and this is how old was he? Or like when was this?
This was before he got into even wellness stuff.
Okay.
So he was born in like Brooklyn or the Bronx.
Yes, they did kind of talk about that.
A little bit, yeah. His parents died young. He was adopted, in and out of like foster care, different.
And his mom was on drugs. His dad was really old.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I did remember, that he had a really old dad.
Really old dad who died like pretty quickly after he was born.
Mm-hmm.
And so he grows up in this foster home, and he says it's super abusive. So he leaves and tries to live with his sister, gets in a fight with her, gets kicked out, couch surfing. And then he gets into like dancing at gay bars and stripping.
Because he like had no choice.
Well, he wanted to get that money, and he knew that he could use his Tyson Beckford-esque aesthetic. I think I sent it to you.
Okay.
To you know get the money.
Interesting.
That turns into being gay for pay.
Uh-huh.
And getting that money by having sponsors who would give him money. And then he opens up a barbershop. And through that barbershop is when he realizes like something's off and he needs to like get back to nature. And so he like leaves the barbershop behind. 2 guys go with him to some tropical area for the first time. But anyway, it's all about coming back to nature, but it's weird. They have they poop in a hole. They don't use toilets.
That was the craziest part of the whole thing. That was the craziest part of the whole thing. And I was just so, I feel like my brain was so distraught of knowing that this was happening that I would like short circuit after every episode. And I remember at one point I looked at Will and I was like, do you love him? And Will's like, I do. I love him. And
It's
I'm like,
working.
I'm like, do you like his eyebrows? And he's like, I do. I like them. And then I'm like, would you eat one of the tomatoes? Would you eat his watermelon? And then he had to stop and really think. He's like, hold on.
Hold on. You gotta think about it.
Would you eat the watermelon? Okay, so listen. This man.
All lies.
You said what?
All lies.
This was all lies.
I was imagining
I would
it.
not eat the watermelon.
No, nobody said they would eat the watermelon. To this day, nobody has said they would, okay? So basically, this man finessed really gorgeous, good-looking people to leave their homes and leave their lives wherever they lived in the world and go to, where was the Costa Rica was the first one, right?
I don't know.
Okay, so the first one in the Hulu documentary series was Costa Rica. So he like literally charms these people, but how if he looks like an angry bird? I guess when it's like new and fresh, you just don't, you know? It's
You don't
like
know. And then at the time he was still, his energy wasn't so dark.
No, it
it was
wasn't.
all very like woo-saw. Like I could understand.
yeah.
I would love to live in the tropics.
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? And he made it look so appealing.
right.
And it started out pretty fine, but they were all like eating nuts and seeds and malnourished pretty much from the jump.
Okay, but this is what I don't understand. If the moment you get there, you come from like living in your nice home where you have all the amenities at your disposal and you like have a nice job so you can afford nice food, all the things, right? And then you go to this place and this guy's like, you're going to sleep in a tent outside and eat nuts and berries and shit in a hole. But I can be in the house. Wouldn't you be like, I need to speak to the manager,
Yeah.
like get somebody on the phone.
And it is important to know there were a lot of people that came in and left very quickly.
Okay, so that I did.
He cycled through a lot of people. And so a lot of people would come, maybe last a week, and then they'd leave. And then even towards the end, like, people were coming in and being like, oh, this isn't going to work. And they
So
leave.
the people that are in the documentary are people that like stuck it through for a long time. Okay, so this is why we say eat the tomato and eat the watermelon, because he basically would not let them come in the house. They could only eat nuts and berries or like things that they grew or something like that, right?
Whatever you could find in nature. And they would shop in the town, but they wouldn't be near the town. So
And they would just eat like organic and all the things, like little tiny amounts of food too, right? But the guys were all super buff and fit. So I'm like,
they started that way.
oh.
But True, Aaron, the one with the eyes.
Yes.
He was looking real bad towards the end.
Really?
Like, and that's one of the other things that was noted was like all of them were in really poor health. One girl, and this isn't in the Hulu one. One woman was one of his wives. She went to the hospital, but before she went to the hospital, she was complaining of like pain, and he was telling her it was because she had a bad attitude. For a while, it was because your attitude is bad. That's why your body is like hurting. And eventually, they take her to the hospital. She's in the hospital for 2 months.
What was the problem?
They said they alluded to like a bacterial infection, like in her blood. There was some kind of infection in her blood that she had to be like locked up for 2 months at the hospital.
From eating. Okay, we keep like skipping over this part. He told them they can't use the bathroom in the house. You have to poop in a hole outside. Mm-hmm. Everybody was pooping in this hole. Mm-hmm. Since they're eating like organic fruits and vegetables, there's tons of seeds in the food. And I'm guessing they're swallowing all the seeds. And the seeds don't always digest. So there's seeds in the poop when they poop in the hole. And all of the poop is like fertilizer, basically, with the soil. And they're growing food out of their poop. And the girl literally said, she's like, at first I was really uncomfortable to go outside. Mm-hmm. She's like, but eventually I got used to it. She said, and then eventually a tomato plant grew out of my plot. Because they have a little plot of land.
Yep. That's crazy. No. Would you eat it?
Shout out, Mana. Are you leaving, Mana? You're just hanging out. She's just hanging around the door. Would I eat it?
Would you eat the poop tomato?
Bitch, no, we're not eat the fucking poop tomato.
What if it was exclusively just your poop?
No.
No.
No. Why would you do that? Okay, but
I mean, that's composting, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm thinking like, well, when you eat organic food from the store, you don't know what the fuck they use to like fertilize it.
They could be using human waste.
How? Where would they get it?
The sewers.
Wouldn't it taste so bad? Well,
I don't know, because it's fertilizer.
Okay, so when I was in LA, my friend would put all her compost in the freezer in like that little compost box. And then on the weekend, she would take it to the farmer's market. So I'm like, you don't know what the fuck people are putting in. The farmer's market would like collect the compost and compost it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, okay, you don't know what people are putting in their compost boxes, but would they put poop in there? No.
They might not be putting people poop. But like they'll be putting animal poop, not dogs, but like cows,
manure, but
horses.
Manure is all they eat is grass.
But if they're just eating basically grass, what's the difference?
Oh, please don't make me think about this. Okay, you know what? That shit was so weird and wild and fucked up.
Especially when they had like a perfectly functioning house and plumbing.
I don't like that. Yeah, and only he could use the house plumbing. Only he could eat, and supposedly he would like take all their money. So as soon as they would get there, he'd be like, "Give me all your credit cards and all your cash
and your passport." He would take their passports.
What a fucking...
And they would do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what a crazy and stupid crowd of people.
I think they're
weak.
I mean,
survival mode. No, but there was that one girl. They would have been
watching all of this for a while, watching all of his stuff and like associated people's stuff, and then he had them stay in isolation for like 2 weeks before they left.
Okay, this is my thing though. If they're watching it as closely as they say they are, why did they not see him beating the girls up on stream?
That's later.
Because wasn't more people coming after he was beating the girls on stream?
Yeah.
So it got so bad where he was abusing these people that he started just beating them up.
I think each stage has a different type of person that latched onto his like big personality.
Yeah.
Online. I mean,
he went through different phases.
Yeah, like when he started slapping them, probably people that are into that submissive type, you know what I mean? That's why they probably went.
Yeah.
Everything changes at that point.
And you know, the mentality is like, oh, it's discipline. That's what Aaron said.
Yeah.
He was like, this is discipline. So surely, like, it needed to happen. And those are the people that are so indoctrinated.
Oh, my God.
Have been there so long that they're like, well, duh.
It was literally the most uncomfortable thing to watch. Like, all I could do is laugh because what else am I going to do, you know? And then, you know what we noticed, too? We're like, nobody's, like, that upset.
Isn't that so interesting?
Yeah, I kept saying that. I was like, nobody's crying. Like, nobody's like, fuck, this ruined my life. This is the worst thing that ever happened to me. Like, they're just like, wow, I was fucking stupid. Like, All of them were the same, had the same.
Because they still, like, at its core believe in it. A couple of them tried to, like, revamp the cult after he went to jail because they still believed in it. I think the issue is that once he started, like, beating all of them up and then he got arrested and they had enough time to think, like, oh, I don't like this, then they left. But, like, they just didn't like being abused, but they didn't have an issue with
everything else. They liked
everything else. They saw as like necessary, and they saw women as submissive. And you know, if they aren't, then we gotta put that in line.
The guys would say, because this guy was beating. I want to say he's beating everybody up. He's beating the women up, and he was beating the men up
too. Yep.
And then he would make them beat each other up. Like he'd be like. Somebody would come and he'd be like slap her, and then the person would just do it
with like full force.
Why is this kind of funny to me? Because what the fuck? Why would you agree to that? That's like when
it's crazy. And you know also that he had them fighting on the beach. He would have them fight each other and record it and put it on like Instagram
on the
Live.
Stream. Yeah, I remember that. Fuck, that was so crazy.
It's wild. Huh?
Fuck, he was beating everybody up. He was beating the guys up and the girls up.
And probably the kids up too.
Everybody.
But like even the parents were abusing their own kids.
Oh, for sure. Everybody was abusing everybody at that point. And then the men got on camera, on record, or one of the guys, I don't know if the other ones did, but one of the guys kept like even reiterating it. He would say, we thought that when he beat on the women, that was the right thing to do because he was, what's the word? Like when your child misbehaves, like he's disciplining them. He's disciplining them because she has a problem within her where she can't. So sorry, I can't even say it without laughing because what the fuck are you talking about? She needs to be submissive. He's beating like the masculine spirit out of her so that she's not masculine and fights back. Girl, are you serious?
Yeah.
He's a crackhead. He acts like somebody on drugs on the street.
Yeah.
Wherever he came from. But not just there. Any strip where there's like prostitutes and there's the guys there that are also like kind of gay for pay sometimes when they feel like it, but they're just like in there in that life. Any place, take one of those guys, that's who he is. And he just finesse everybody. And he'd be like, I'm your pimp. I'm your god. You're my and slap the girls up. And I'd be like, is this real? Like, is this a skit?
That was his legal excuse. Like, in the court, he said it was all acting.
That they were all in on it.
That they were all in on it. And that they had signed contracts. Like, this was a real thing. But at the same time...
Girl.
No, you want to hear something funny? Okay. So in the 46-part series, he chronicles like the whole court activity that happens. And so Nature Boy has witnesses come up for him on the defense side. So all he has is his wives and 2 guys that are still left. All of them were bad. Like... One of them got kicked out of the courtroom because he wouldn't stop talking about how he's God and Messiah and that he's everything. One of the wives said, that's not my Messiah. But what I mean by Messiah is like someone who brings a message. Now this other one said, the slapping was inspired by the Chris Rock slap.
Shut the fuck up.
And once they saw how viral that moment went, they said, we got to do that too.
We got to start slapping each other.
We got to start slapping each other because that's how we're going to get views. And that's how we're going to be able to implant our message our messaging around our cult. That's how we bring the knowledge. Through the Chris Rock slap. But get this. The Chris Rock slap happened after they started beating each other up.
Oh my God.
And so the lawyer was like, okay, when did the Chris Rock slap happened after, right? And the wife was like, oh, okay. End of questioning. That was it.
So they try to just
they just made up any one. Yeah. And then they got caught. Like, all of his wives got arrested for something. One of them was just lurking outside the jail with drugs on her. Just lurking. And the officers were like, what's going on? They stopped her. She had drugs on her that she was supposed to smuggle in.
What?
Another time, they got a drone the same color as the building.
Who did? The
wives.
Oh, okay.
Instructed by Eligio.
Uh-huh.
He's already arrested.
Uh-huh.
They get this drone, and on the drone is a string with drugs on it. And so they bring it up all the way outside his window. And the officers are outside watching this happen. They're like, what's going on? They bring it all the way up to his window. He gets like a broomstick or something to try to like scoop it into his unit or whatever. Mm-hmm. That shit breaks, falls right to the ground. The police go and pick it up.
Oh my God.
And swoop those girls up and arrest them.
Oh my God. Okay, so fast forward, he does go to jail. Thank God.
For life.
He's in jail for life now. Mm-hmm. But apparently he still claims innocence. To this day, he still is saying he's innocent. He never. And we were watching the Hulu docuseries, and in the Hulu docuseries, his lawyer does like appear a lot in the like in that production. You see his lawyer a lot, and at one point the lawyer's talking to the judge, and he's like, "Sir, I don't believe my client believes himself to be the Messiah. Like, he's like, please give us a chance to like get him straight, because I have faith that like he can come to, you know." Mm-hmm. And it's like, no, this motherfucker is not coming to. He really believes that.
He really believes it.
And then we were talking about that too. It's like, okay, does he really believe all this stuff, or is it a smokescreen because he's really just psychotic and wants to beat people up and rape them, and he's using this as like his motivation to do it and not get caught?
It's that. Because on the lives, he admits to what he's doing. He had them all kneel in the house, and he's like, "Is there anybody else that could brainwash you and make you do stuff? Nobody can." And I was like, "You just snitched on yourself."
Okay, can you tell me? And you know what? I'm never gonna watch the 46 part because that's crazy that you said that he told her that the reason why she had a pain in her stomach is because she had a bad attitude. Mm-hmm. Because when I had like a gallbladder attack, and I used to get gallbladder attacks a lot growing up, but I didn't know that it was a gallbladder attack. I always thought it was like indigestion, all the shit that the Pepto-Bismol containers,
nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
I thought it was all that, but not a gallbladder attack. Like, I thought it was all the issues that could be wrong with your stomach, and I would have these crazy fucking stomach aches. And then one summer, I was kind of going through it, and I started watching Soft White Underbelly. Do you know that? Mm-hmm. Okay, and I would watch it all the time religiously, and like everybody that like on Figueroa, I knew who they were because now I'm like watching Soft White Underbelly religiously, right? Mm-hmm. I'm following all these stories. Girl, my gallbladder got so fucked up during that time, and I was hurting.
Really?
And I feel like it was like all the negativity from the Soft White Underbelly, because when I would feel the pain, I would feel the same sensation as watching the show.
Interesting.
Like that uncomfortableness, like that, like, I don't know, like this weird sense of like there's something really fucking wrong right now is the exact same way I felt when the gallbladder's attack started. And I feel like that show, if I were to sit and give my attention to this for 46 parts, it would trigger. Well, my gallbladder's gone because I had it taken out. But I literally, that led me to get it taken out.
That's wild.
During that time. So I feel like if I were to sit and give this attention, it would like trigger something really wrong in my body. Like, I don't know, like a dormant disease. And then I would get sick from it.
I think I'm not going to rule that out as a possibility. Yeah. I will say when I finished that 46th part, I needed
Jesus. You're like, okay, I'm gonna be a nun.
I needed something. I know I needed some vitamin D. I needed some fresh air, and I had to get a drink.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this because this makes me really fucking upset about the Hulu series. Was he having sex with the guys? Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
It's not explicitly said, but yeah.
Yes, he was.
He was.
And I really fucking hate this. I really hate in the Hulu series that they describe this experience for the men as this very like militant, hard. They were like soldiers of this army, and they were like men, the ultimate man in this experience. Girl, no, they weren't.
That's how a gay porn starts.
They were so into him. And then at one point, remember, they were like, everybody was into him. Some of the guys were dying to be with him.
And they said, like, if Eligio told the men to do something sexual, they would do.
They would have done it in
they're
a
like,
split
some of them would
second.
do it without a second thought. And I wholeheartedly believe that.
I'm going to bleep this out, but they were like, would you eat his cum?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then most of them said they would.
And probably have.
And the fact that he was making gay porn or
was he had that
a dancer.
Porn, and he wasn't a gay porn.
Dude, I was on Threads and then someone was like, they knew he did a scene, like a porn scene with the old white man, and they still called him God.
Yeah. Yeah.
They still were like, yes, this is the God.
I gotta send you some of these clips.
This is fucked up.
It's so... The man is unwell, but like there's some of these things that come out and you watch them and you're just like, how? This is bad. Like he's at this point, it's like it's so far gone that he has to hold on to the people that are there, because anybody who comes in without like already having been indoctrinated are gonna be like, what the?
There's
fuck
no
is
way.
this?
There's no way.
There's no way. They're way too like. It's just way too chaotic. And he knew what he was doing. When the police would come.
Okay, that was another thing. So that we were talking about. So remember when he didn't want them to stamp the passports, and he had all the passports, and they were like, just give us the passports to stamp them, or like sign this paper that says that you came into the country, right? And the police or whoever they brought, the officers were being so chill and so calm with them, and they were like, you guys, what's wrong? Like, we're friendly. Like, just sign the paper or let us, like, it's not a big deal. And remember, he put up that big...
do it.
Okay, do you think he was doing that because he truly, like, is so convicted about being, like, sovereign citizens? Or do you think he did that because he was really afraid that he's committing all these crimes and that he could be charged for the crimes, so he doesn't want to stamp the passport? Because it would like add to the documentation of like where he's been and what, you know what I mean? Like the people he had around him. Like it would just document.
I have no idea. Because I mean, I don't know.
Right?
The man's crazy enough to think, yeah. But also he's crazy enough to think I am a sovereign citizen. And I don't need to do any of this.
I don't like that.
No,
I don't like anything about that. And then the fact that he was like taking them around the world. So you're like, oh my God, they're traveling. They're well traveled. But really he was taking them so he wouldn't get in trouble because of the laws in the U.S. and the laws over there are different. So he'd probably look for places where like the laws were loose with that type of stuff, or what?
Probably. I mean, they would be fairly isolated, but I mean, eventually they got kicked out of like Panama, everywhere. Honduras, Hawaii.
And is it because people were reporting them, huh? Because he was like beating up that girl?
People were reporting him. Hawaii, they violated the stay-at-home order for the pandemic.
Oh, that's right.
And they were touching the turtles. And that's a big no-no. Oh. So they got kicked out there. And then the other places, I think it was just like eventually they just kept getting harassed. Like, not harassed, that's not the right word. But the police kept getting called on them.
And I feel like people were watching the stream and would like snitch on them.
Oh, yeah, they were.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there were so many people like dedicated to taking them all down.
One of them, when they moved back to Atlanta, like the final house, one of his former members was constantly stayed on the phone with the police reporting them just over and over. And the cops were like, girl, if you don't have any new information, stop calling. She didn't.
That is so crazy.
They were like, if it wasn't her, it was hella other people on that live. Because the lives were crazy. And it was it was dark. Like, I stopped keeping up with him. I started maybe in like 2019 around the pandemic. And you like
saw him be normal? And you were like, oh my God, I want to go hang out with that guy.
No, at that point.
You're like, I want to eat the water.
No.
Did you know him like when he was like popping and you're like, ooh, let's go?
No, at the point where I hopped in, he was already on the God stuff. Like, he was already like, it was like he was still like verbally abusing his wives on live. And it was just general like darkness.
Can you tell me why you say that the people are like villains and they're crazy?
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, the abuse. Like, they were all hitting each other. The men in particular didn't have any problem with like how the women were being treated.
By the guy.
By the guy, and they were imitating that. Mm-hmm. And so
they were also beating up their girlfriends, their wives.
Yeah. And their kids, to the point where like they were they were supposed to treat at least one of the kids like an adult. So they would beat him like an adult and just go way too hard. One other girl, she was like the one for him. Like, he was obsessed with her. She was in the interview.
Yeah, what's her, the main
Velvet
one.
Velvet, yeah. Eliana, I don't know what her real name is.
Okay, and mind you, this is the craziest, hers is the craziest story, and we kept saying, like, she's the one who got fucked the worst. Like, she got the shit end of the stick in this whole situation because she actually showed up there because she was in love with somebody else, remember?
Yeah.
So she was in love with this other guy that had, like, a good conversation with her online, and they, like, kind of believed the same things, and they were, like, in love. So when they would show up, there was no boyfriend and girlfriend in their commune. You either had to be married or don't mess around with each other. So as soon as she showed up, they married her to this guy, right?
I don't know.
Remember, he would marry everybody? They would get married to each other?
Like, legally?
Right?
No, not legally. Because she's legally married to him.
Okay, but she was married to the other guy.
Before, how they would just marry people if like they had a good...
Yeah, I mean, they would pair them up.
Yeah, so she had her man. They did with the other guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the other guy. So she was into this other guy and married this other guy in the commune. And then they like had some misunderstanding that was not violent, that was not crazy, I want to say. And then she would talk to dude about it, to the main dude, to Nature Boy, and be like, blah, 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 about her man. Then her man would talk to him about it too. Then he started putting them against each other and telling her, like, he doesn't want to be with you. I don't know why you keep trying with him. Like, you're way too good for him anyways. And then he would tell him, like, she doesn't want to be with... Like, basically just say the same thing. And then he took her from that dude and married her and kept... Like, basically stole her from the dude and then had the kids with her.
He did that with every woman. At one point,
right?
No, over multiple times... He would give the women back and then take them again based on how that girl, Velvet, would move. So if she left, then he would go and take all the women as his wives. But when she came back, he would give them back because she didn't want to do poly stuff. She wanted monogamy.
Right. Yeah.
And so every time she'd come back, she'd be like, okay, it's got to be just us.
Come back, like she would leave the commune?
Yeah. She left and came back like a good 4 or 5 times.
Shut up.
Do you want to know why she's the villain?
Why?
Well, there's that. Like, I mean, you're indoctrinated. I'm not going to get into that. But she's the villain because... when she is in it, she's the queen. Yeah. And she's on that. Like, that's... She in the Hulu thing, she was like, oh, I didn't want to be queen.
Yeah, that was a big thing that she didn't want to do it.
You see her really caping for this man, like, hard. And advocating for him when he was, like... Cut this. But he got a boner... when he was dancing with his baby daughter.
Oh, I think I saw that.
And she was on live and she sees it and she's like, oh, you need to go change. And so the next live, she's like, that's not what happened. You know, I just told him he needed to change because it wasn't presentable. And she would hit people. She would beat people up. And what really is crazy is that, like, when she leaves, she joins another cult. She's been a part of other cults before.
Stop.
And she ended up having 4 kids.
She was pregnant in the Hulu interview.
Yep, and then she wasn't. So she had a baby with Eligio. She had a baby with Solar. Courtney. You know, the light-skinned guy.
I mean, I kind of remember them. The one with the big eyes, that's the only one I remember.
No, the other one who's kind of just pretty. And he had dreads. She had a baby with him, and they were the 2 that were going to go and restart Carbon Nation after he went to jail. And they were going to be the new king and queen, or chief. And so that tells you everything. They still believed in all of that. They just didn't like that they were getting the brunt of it. And then there's, you know, general weirdness that happened after they left. Like Solar. So what happened with him is he ended up like trying to get into drug trafficking. And then he gets caught by the feds.
What?
And then he goes to federal prison. Or like he goes to the federal part. Because after he left, he didn't have any way of doing stuff. But he tried to recruit people on like Instagram Live. Like, hey, you want to make some money? And go take this suitcase. Don't ask questions. And so he did that with one girl, but he used her as like bait. So he sent her through the airport and called the police on her. And we're like, hey, heads up. She's going through, there's something in her suitcase. So that it would get redirected while he and his friends went through. But they all got caught.
Crazy.
They all got caught.
The fact that that's what they'd be in. Well, what else are you going to do when you leave that place?
I mean, yeah, it was him and another guy that had been there, like he was one of the longest standing members of the cult.
It was so crazy at the end when there was like those young kids and they were all hella into it. Remember? At the end of the Hulu series, there was those young kids and they were like still with the tattoos and they like still super believe in it and they were like, yeah, he's the way.
The 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Who are those people?
His name is Juju, and he's the one that still was like actively trying to recruit people to get more money.
Dude, and people would send him hundreds of thousands of dollars.
So much
Why?
money.
Why?
So much.
Is he a wizard? Like, what is that?
I don't know. There's got to be some kind of witchcraft involved. Because, I don't know, like, I don't know what could get me to the point of, like, allowing me to be slapped by somebody else.
I'm thinking, like, were those vulnerable people before they went there? Because they're, like, good-looking, healthy, young. Obviously, they're, like, kind of enlightened people. So, like, why would you do that?
I think it runs the gamut because a few of them had, like, graduated college and, you know, were activists. So that's how they kind of got pulled into it. But I don't, something had to have been missing.
He was picking and choosing. I bet you he sent 1,000 messages. And these were the ones that bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, they're weak.
He was definitely talking to a lot of people.
Here. You're interested. Come here.
And he would have members like buy land and like get houses for him to stay at. And they would stay at the house. One of them gave him his inheritance.
What?
Yeah.
So he's just like out of money for like.
Yeah, it was like $30,000.
Yeah, I saw that.
He gave him that.
But what are they thinking? Like he's really doing something important?
Well, yeah, like I need to help as best I can, I guess. You know, one of them left. One of the members that didn't stay, she ended up like unaliving her mom.
Stop.
Yeah. Her mom, like, she was saying her mom hit her in the kitchen, so she stabbed her like 20 times.
What?
Oh, there are a few members that have died.
I feel like because it just like distorts your brain. Like even I think like because I laughed a lot, but it was like really uncomfortable laughter.
Yeah.
Like where you're just like, oh, he's not kidding. Like, is he just...
It's like, oh, this isn't a bit.
Yeah, and I feel like for someone like me, like, okay, I live in California. Obviously, I'm sitting here in this fucking room doing this, so there's not a lot of, like, limitations on what I can say or do. Mm-hmm. Or I wasn't raised, or I'm not around, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That. So to think that it's a real thing and, like, so many people saw it, and that so many people agreed to it.
Yeah.
It makes me fucking sick, but it's kind of like back to that. Remember when we talked about like the manosphere and how like those women didn't know that their husbands were putting them under these like weird programming things because they're not on that side of the internet.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's like, oh no, these things are happening, and I feel like these things will continue to happen. But since we're not on that side of the internet, you just wouldn't know. It's just not in your scope. It's like not. You're not catching
not even on your radar.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's like, no, those things are happening. They're happening right now. There's people right now that think that way. There's people right now that, you know what I mean? That are like, all of those things. What?
Yeah.
Girl.
It's wild. I think also one of the other things that, like, was appealing to people is he said that he could heal their ailments. He could cure their diseases. Mind you, they were all spreading STDs with each other. But one woman had like a heart condition she took medication for every day. And he had her stop taking it. And she died. She died there.
She died there with them?
I think so, yeah.
That wasn't in the Hulu special, huh? Damn, yeah, the Hulu special was like really cleaned up.
It was. It was very, and it also, like, the people that they interviewed were people that stayed there, like, a really long time.
How long? Like, years?
I mean...
Well, enough to make kids, so, like, definitely...
They all, except for Velvet, they all stayed until he got arrested.
Stop. For some reason, I thought they left. The guys especially were talking like they were not down for it. Yeah.
That's fascinating because this, like, they were gung-ho until he got arrested for real. And then they stayed and tried to, like, you know, free our God or whatever. But then after a while they stopped too. And then now they're so anti, but up until that point they were militant.
I think it's cuz you get Stockholm syndrome, you know, like if somebody keeps talking to you in a matter-of-fact kind of way and, like, you have this obligation, like, fuck, I agreed to be here.
You got nowhere to go.
Yeah, you got nowhere to go. And plus, like, people's families were cutting them all off because why would you want to be related to that person eating the watermelon poop? Or the poop watermelon. Like, you know what the poop watermelon, ew, girl. All of that stuff is crazy. So it's like, where are you supposed to go? Like, how those people were getting caught drug trafficking. Like, yeah, what are you supposed to do when you come out of that?
And you've been in it for, like, 7 years.
Yeah, like, you're, oh, my God, it's so weird. And everybody's cut you off, and, like, nobody really wants anything to do with you. And then it's crazy to think that the guys were raping and beating the women just like he was because then that couple came out together. And it's like, you don't remember what he used to do to you?
Right?
Like, you think he's just different now? You think you're going to go home and live this, like, normal life after what you guys have both been through? Like, that's a trauma bond right there on its own. They probably were both of them were so obsessed with dude. Like, oh, my God. It's so sick.
Yeah, it's fascinating and really hard to watch and, like, stomach.
How long did it take to watch the 46th part?
Well, I didn't take many breaks. It probably took me maybe like 3 days.
And you watched it for hours?
I watched it for hours, but there was a point throughout, like, each watch where I said, I have to stop.
Yeah,
I cannot keep watching this right now.
It's a lot.
It's so much, and it's so, like, it's all just so, like, it's so dumb. All of it is really dumb.
It's fascinating. It's fascinating how dumb and, like, naive.
Yeah, but it's like, if you're woo-woo enough and you really want it enough,
but
believe it.
At some point, they were just there for the looks. Like, they knew that the shit was fucked up, but they had, like, a persona and, like, this reality TV show to like, keep up, right?
Yeah.
And we were talking about that, like that one really beautiful girl with the head wrap, and she was just like, she had all the piercings and like the nails. She's a really gorgeous girl.
Yeah.
She knew, I feel like alluded to that, where like you're getting all of this attention and like all these views, so you don't want to give that up. But then it's really hard because it's really like harsh treatment.
Yeah.
But you're kind of there for the looks,
For the
right?
vibes, yeah. And she's one that left and came back a couple times too.
Stop.
But she's also the reason that he's in jail. Like, she's the one who reported him for revenge porn.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The revenge porn.
Yeah. But she got pulled into it. She left. She ended up going with another guy who he was kind of like competitive with. And then she left him because he wanted to pimp her out.
See,
and went back to Nature Boy. And wanted to be a throuple with a couple, but like one of them wasn't into it. The guy was. And then they had to like all talk about it on live. All four of them on live about it.
About what?
About like
their
what their relationship, what she said when she left, because she really put them on blast.
Oh, yeah.
When she was out. And then, like, can you be okay with that? And then the guy just being like, I don't trust her because of what she said when she left, and now she's back. But I think we can build the trust again. And this is all on live.
Dang.
And she had talked about how, like, you can smell them when they're getting intimate. And so he asked her about that on live, too, and asked the woman, like, how do you feel about her talking about you smelling bad?
Why? Because they're just like all having sex.
They don't
in the
bathe.
bedroom?
They all have
Yeah,
sex.
but
They don't bathe.
they're all just having sex like right there. Like you can smell her because she's right there, like close to you.
She's probably like nearby in the room. Maybe she's trying to get in there. Slither in there somewhere.
I hate this story, bitch. See, like I could have gone my whole life and not know none of this shit.
But here's the thing: it's like you don't understand the nefariousness of it until you know those things.
Yeah,
like the Hulu doc really almost does it a disservice because it's like the people you're interviewing are all so bad, but they don't even talk about that.
Something about Hulu that I do have to say, and like Netflix and like these where they do like this like even a docu-series, like that's a lot. This could have all been one movie.
It could have.
All 4 episodes or 3 episodes could have been one movie where you condense all this like little sugar-coated facts into 1 hour or 2, like 1.5 hours. So they did try to milk like the extensity of the story, but they didn't like you said, I feel like they didn't even scratch the surface.
They just like they stretched out the basics.
They wanted to have a stake in the story because I feel like these people really love when you get like your little 5 minutes of fame. They love to milk it.
They do.
Right? And it's like these people who like they put a seed out into the world like I'm gonna be famous. These people are gonna know my name. I'm gonna make a name for myself. I don't care if it's good or bad. People are gonna know who I am, right?
Yeah.
We talk about them all the time. Anna Delvey.
Yeah.
The guy from the Fire Festival.
Yeah, they don't even care.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Like all of these fucking villains where you're like, they wanted to be famous so bad. They got to be famous. Now we're sitting here talking about them for 1 hour.
And he's still going live from jail.
Shut up.
I just found that out today. I just saw a little clip of him going live from jail.
That's really fucked up.
Yep. And he said he's not in prison. He's in a safe. Like he's being kept safe from the world. He said that's like why he's there. He's being protected.
He's like, I'm not hiding from the world.
But he's like, what's he can't even be with Gen Pop. Like they went and got him and like he had to get hella vacked out of the prison to go to the hospital because they got him so bad.
They jumped him?
They jumped him. He had a collapsed lung. Like
they probably stabbed him.
They stabbed him a bunch.
You think he gonna bow down on anybody? Anybody's program?
And he had talked at one point about like some weird PDF stuff.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was weird.
He's weird, bitch.
He's a weirdo.
I hate him.
Yeah. And he would post his weird porn on Twitter.
Get the hell... Oh, my God.
I accidentally saw it. it's unnecessary. Never looked again.
Just weird. Just like just weird.
Narcissistic. Like it's all just about him and watch me and look
And
at how I can make all these people do stuff.
Yeah, he'd be like, look at how I got all these people. And then he'd be like, talk to the girl, you stupid fucking bitch. And then he'd be like,
Yeah.
with the eyebrow.
Yeah,
and
with
I'm
the
like,
eyebrow.
how do you guys, this is him from Powerpuff Girls. How do you guys take him serious?
It's crazy.
How are they like, yes, and it's
Yes.
literally him from Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
He acts so womanly. He's so sass, bitch.
I gotta show you this clip of him. So when they were in Atlanta, and he was really like off the ledge, he had him and like 3 other dudes go out into the street. He had a shiesty on, and they were just like crawling around on the street. And then he did like a headstand and split his legs.
What?
And then
He got moves from the past.
And then he started walking through the street going like this.
Imagine that's your neighbor.
Oh, you're like looking out the window?
Looking out the window and you're like, like
What's
imagine
that?
seeing that
With
first
in
thing
a
in the
shiesty?
morning. Yeah, in a shiesty.
He's like, no, I'm gonna look hard while I do this.
I gotta find it.
Yeah.
Hey, Will.
You're like, oh, hey.
It was crazy.
Weird over there.
Oh my god.
Just weird, just crazy. And I think why to me it's so fascinating is because because so many people don't like him doesn't mean there's not also so many people that do like him and they support him and they believe in him and they believe that everything he did was right. And they aspire to be in the position where they could do that to both men and women and just have like power and dominion over a group of people. And like it's aspirational content to some people, you know what I mean? And that's the fucked up part. Not that he's crazy, because he's gonna be crazy for his whole life.
Yeah.
But the fact that there's still people that believe in him to this day, that's the fucked up part. And why there should be like, your children should not have phones. Like these young people should not be so exposed to the world at large because these people are out there and they're scheming on a vulnerable mind.
Everyone.
A vulnerable young mind.
I gotta find this.
What is it?
It's the clips. There were 2 clips
Of
that I
him
saw.
dancing?
There's one of him dancing and one of him going on live, like meowing like a cat.
No.
And making everybody do that Meow Mix song.
Oh my
They
God.
all are like meow, 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 meow. And he looks at one person who's not doing it and makes her, then she starts, meow.
What?
I gotta find it. It's insane.
Dude, okay, like if you had to diagnose him, what's wrong with him?
Narcissism.
That's it.
I think severe narcissism.
Severe narcissism. Anything else?
He's gay.
Okay, well, that's what's wrong with him.
Cooties.
He's got cooties.
He's got cooties. Nah, I'm really leaning towards narcissism.
But I don't know. I'm like, do you think he believes it? I don't know. I think he just wanted to be famous and then he got caught up in the fame.
I think so too. I think he just got swept up in a moment and was like, oh, I can really take this far. And I get money out of it. And I can get them to carry me up the stairs.
Yeah.
I don't even have to walk.
And apparently, like, he was kind of tricking them in the beginning and then later he, like, gave up on the act, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, actually, you guys, I'm crazy. And, like, it's too late, so...
It's too late, so you might as well just stick around.
Might as well just do all this crazy shit with me.
Yup.
Are they doing hella drugs too?
They were doing drugs?
They were when they moved back to the States.
Right?
Yeah.
What kind of drugs were they doing? Like DMT?
I feel like one of them said, right, that they had they got them drunk. And
Yeah, they were drinking.
For her to leave.
Oh,
smoking.
yes, I do remember that.
Did you, no, it doesn't talk about, like, what happened to the woman who was pregnant.
No.
So she got pregnant and they implied, the other members who got interviewed after the fact implied that like he was really upset about it. And so at one point they were partying and he made that girl take shots and she took 6 shots pregnant. And then she miscarried because the umbilical cord had dissolved because of the acid from the alcohol. And so the baby passed away.
Oh my God.
So it's like he was able to make a pregnant woman take 6 shots. Why? Because I think he didn't want kids around. At first he was saying like he didn't want kids around, but I think it would have taken too much attention off, and he was intent on him being the only person that had kids for a little while. Like,
remember, he was like, you're gonna need to bring transsexual women because I'm the only one who can parent the children. People in the room, because we were watching it, people in the room were like, yeah, I want to go. I'm like, he would never want you guys. You guys would be the transsexual women that have to come in after. Like, you would not be able to fucking make it in that bitch.
Nope.
You and your biker denim and your Bape t-shirt would never make it through the door. You would never make it through the doors in there. You have to get barefoot and naked, barefoot. I hate that story. India, why did you literally bring this to our attention?
I had to, okay?
Okay, so there's this show on Hulu called Cake that I love. I've seen it like a billion times. I love that show. And there's like this really wholesome segment on Cake that is this guy. His name is Jerome, and he literally has the most wholesome, beautiful little life. And he's so funny, and he's so like cute and innocent. And I was like, let's watch. I think the show is called I always say Oh No Jerome, but it's called Oh Jerome No or something like that. So I'm like, go on Hulu, let's watch Oh Jerome No. And then like the first thing was Nature Boy. He's like, nah, let's watch this instead. I'm like, oh my God, that took a dark turn.
It did.
I wanted to see Oh Jerome No.
That's a wild twist.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
That's so funny.
And the craziest part is like we couldn't get through the whole thing in one sitting. So I'm like, the whole next day I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to go sit through that again. So uncomfortable, girl.
Yeah.
I hated that you brought this up to me, and like I hated that you saw 46-part series on YouTube.
I did. Yeah.
With ads.
With ads.
Oh
Can you imagine like a peasant?
Just like torture, but like torture after torture after torture. Like he's like, "You're my bitch,"
and then it immediately cuts
like,
to like an insurance commercial, and then an AI generated commercial.
It's like, go fresh. Apply now for 30 free meals. Like, oh my God, no, please, horrible.
It was a really hard time in my life.
During that time,
that time, yeah. Maybe that's why I'm going through what I'm going through.
Yeah, you know
right
what?
now.
We gotta really cleanse ourselves of that energy. I rebuke it. I rebuke that energy. I reject it.
I don't want
I will never eat the poop watermelon. Girl, okay, and then it's kind of like memeable because it's fucked up because people died. But then it's like, okay, but what were you doing there?
Yeah. What were you doing there?
They thought they were in the Avatar movie.
They really thought they were learning something, like that he had very useful information.
I don't like that.
But I feel like there comes a point where you realize this man has nothing to offer that's good.
At the end of the day, they were like, I was in a sex cult.
Yeah.
Because he literally reduced it to slapping
sex.
them and having sex with them unconsensually.
Yep.
And at that point, it's like, okay, so he separated the women and the men so that he can have sex with all the women. So the men and the women wouldn't be like housing together. He'd separate them. But I also think it's so he could go in there and have sex with the dudes, and then they wouldn't know about it. And I don't like that they left that part out. I really don't like that part. I really don't like that they just like kind of insinuated it and alluded to him doing it with the boys. Girl, he was doing it with the boys. He was doing it with both the women and the men. And
Everybody.
I don't like that they want. Why are they leaving? He did so much worse stuff than to be gay. So why are they leaving the gay part out?
Maybe the people being interviewed didn't want to talk about it.
Oh, they wanted to talk about it.
Did they?
Because the guy was like, all the men were crazy about him and they would have done anything to get him.
Looking at the producers like, all right.
The producer's like... So maybe it was like somebody who didn't want to go there for their own sake, you know? Imagine working on that project. You know who I was the most proud of in that whole shit?
Who?
Was the girl who had the T page and she like always wore a blazer.
Yeah, the
And she
lesbian.
was like a detective, but really she just had a YouTube channel. But like to her, she was like in the outfit and the way she
yeah.
was sitting like this. And
She's
talking
like, I am a
yeah, she did that.
practiced journalist.
And I love her because she's like, at one point I was like over covering it. And I'm so glad he went to jail because like she felt like her work was done. I'm like, hell yeah, bitch, go off on
Nice.
YouTube.
Press came to her.
Yeah, she had the most evidence because she was saving all of the stuff.
Yup.
Shout out her. I love her. She's my favorite part of that whole thing. Is
Yeah.
that she kept score.
She kept the docs.
Okay, I think that's enough talking about this. It was so much fun, and I hope that you can just listen to us and then not watch it because it's terrible.
Don't watch it.
But if you watch it, just watch the Hulu one. It's like the easiest one to stomach. Don't watch a 46
If you
part.
don't want the truth, watch the Hulu one. But if you want to know what really happened, then watch the YouTube one.
Sit for 46 episodes through the ads. No, maybe they have YouTube.
Maybe they have the premium.
Yeah, maybe they have the premium.
And you know
They
what?
rich.
I would pay for premium. If I had to go back and do it again,
Yeah.
I'd pay for premium.
Just use a free trial or something, you know?
Yeah, use a free trial.
Yeah.
I could get that done in 7 days. Easy.
You're like 7 days. Give me 2.5.
I'll do it in 2.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping tonight. You're like drinking beer, smoking cigarettes with your dog that also smokes.
We're all smoking, exhausted.
All the dogs see you.
It's like,
Everybody's just
we got
smoking.
5 more episodes,
Hell
guys.
yeah. Just then the guy's just like, I'm your pimp, bitch.
Oh my god.
Anyways, we love you. Thank you for joining us on this guided meditation today.
Woo,
Come back to self. Namaste.
Namaste.
Bye. See you next Tuesday.